the supermodels.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, if I took you home and be a home run, show me how you do. I wanna shut down the cloud with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones.
Hey yo, Rocky, let's get WrestleMania stupid. Party going wild, rock bottom music, rock, let's do it. Strapping them boots, let's show them how to do it, do it, do it. I don't care tonight, you don't care. We like almost there, it's showtime, ready to get live. Make no surprise, yeah, what's up now? Yeah, what's up now? Point the eyebrow. The rock game plan, throw your face in the sand now. What you gonna do? Shut them down, no love, cause it ain't no love, cause the rock won't lose. That's the motto. Get smacked down after this tomorrow. The rock break rules that you should follow. The people's elbow make it hard to swallow.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, if I took you home and be a home run, show me how you do. I wanna shut down the cloud with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones. I am a wild one, break me in, saddle me up and let's begin. I am a wild one, tame me now, running with wolves and I'm on the prowl.
Show you another side of me, a side you never thought you'd see. Tear up that body, dominate you till you have enough.
Here, where conflict is king, where the strong rise up.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this!
It's man versus man.
From out of nowhere!
It's those moments of conflict that can make us, define us,
The boyhood dream has come true!
and create a rivalry.
Are you ready?
Through vindictive actions
Why does the game pedigree his best friend, Shawn Michaels?
or simply pure hatred.
Before I leave in 3 weeks with your WWE Championship, I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
From a leader of a nation
I'm the best because I have this and I earned it.
to the voice of the voiceless.
I hate this idea that you're the best, because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.
From a show-stopping legend
As a man, sometimes you gotta know when to fight, and the time to fight is now.
to a cerebral assassin
HBK is dead! It's time to face facts, Shawn. And the fact is, the game has passed you by.
It's the indelible influence of
You ready?
In 1997, two best friends formed WWE's most notorious faction
The Generation X, Triple H, HBK.
and revolutionized sports entertainment
You make your rules, and we will break them.
forever.
We only got 2 words for ya.
But injuries sidelined the showstopper until
Tonight, the game brings you the showstopper, the icon, Shawn Michaels. Let's get ready to suck it! Well, it's time to face facts, Shawn. And the fact is, the game has passed you by. Shawn Michaels and I were never best friends. I used Shawn Michaels to get to the top. Now I am the showstopper. Now I am the icon. What the hell do you want?
Stage manager, tell the game something. Where's he going?
What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Somebody get help. Somebody go and get some help.
Somebody obviously ran his head right through the side of that car window.
The only thing I know for sure, it was you, Hunter.
You damn right it was me, Shawn. I was trying to prove a point. That you are weak. You are vulnerable.
You think I'm weak? I recognize that I'm not in the best of shape right now. The doctors have told me that I'll make a full recovery. In fact, they say I'll be 100%. 100% by, say, SummerSlam.
What? Was that some kind of a challenge?
You're damn right.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I know I can't wrestle anymore, but I can still fight. And the time to fight is now.
The Game, Triple H.
This time, I won't stop. I am coming to end your career.
A non-sanctioned match.
Shawn's last match was March 29th, 1998 at WrestleMania. He was the first ever Grand Slam winner. He's also the WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, European Champion, Tag Team Champion.
And we're witnessing something that WWE has never seen. There's been so much controversy about Shawn's return. Michaels has had several life-changing experiences since his retirement. This match is all about passion and pride, the evilness and the ego of a man that Michaels used to call his best friend, Triple H.
The following contest, non-sanctioned, is scheduled for one fall. Introducing from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 272 pounds, Triple H.
Triple H was the second Grand Slam winner in WWE. How could Triple H turn on Michaels? Michaels helped propel Triple H to main event status.
I'll tell you how, because Triple H is a two-faced individual. Only a two-faced individual will put their arm around Michaels and then put his face through the passenger side door of a car window.
Former best friends turned bitter enemies. Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window.
Yeah, Michael, I don't think any of my best friends would put my head through a car window. You might, but it's hard to believe Triple H would do such a thing.
He did it. It was on tape, and we all saw him standing there. He couldn't have been caught more red-handed in such a despicable act.
Oh, no. Wait a minute, Cole. What's he going to do here? Oh, ow!
Shawn Michaels switches it up.
HBK can be so unpredictable.
This arena has hosted some of WWE's most memorable cards, including the New York portion of WrestleMania 2, featuring the main event of Mr. T versus Roddy Piper in a boxing match.
Well, you're right, Michael. There's been a lot of great moments here, but perhaps none have been as emotionally charged as this one we're witnessing in the ring. These no DQ matches are so dangerous.
And it looks like we could be heading back into the ring.
Oh, reversal. Oh. Here comes some offense from Triple H. Reversal. Lou Thesz press. And the offensive display by Shawn Michaels. A lot has changed since Shawn Michaels last competed in a WWE ring. Just look at the WWE Championship picture alone. While HBK was gone, guys like The Rock, Mankind, and even Mr. McMahon became WWE Champion.
And let's not forget his opponent here tonight, Triple H. The game won his first WWE Championship almost 3 years ago to the day.
Well, anything goes in an unsanctioned street fight. It's one fall to a finish, and Triple H knows this. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Triple H just shoving the referee. And out with a steel chair to Michaels.
This is so brutal. Triple H is just trying to destroy Shawn Michaels. Forget about just winning the match.
And what is wrong with Triple H?
I think he's trying to cripple HBK.
What has happened to this guy?
Wait a minute. Not this. Not on the chair.
Oh, right through the steel chair.
That's got to be it.
This is torture. Cover. And Michaels somehow stays in it. What? And again a cover. And again HBK kicks out.
I think it's gone past the will to win for Shawn Michaels. Now it's just the will to survive. But can anybody survive this onslaught from the game?
Well, Triple H is livid. Triple H cannot believe that Shawn Michaels is still in this thing.
Oh.
He's going to continue to punish and torture Michaels. Here's the cover. And again, HBK gets the shoulder up. Cover again. And again, Michaels powers out. And again, a cover. And again, Michaels powers out.
This is absolutely unbelievable. And of course, you can see. Oh, man. The game has to be so frustrated. Look at him. He's got to be so frustrated that Shawn Michaels is surviving here somehow.
Nice reversal by Michaels.
Yeah, how many times have we seen that from HBK over the years? Oh man! Uh-oh. Look where he's going again.
He's not exactly popping up to his feet here.
Well, what do you expect, Michael? Did you see?
He's swinging for the fences with that sledgehammer.
You know, Triple H claims that he put Shawn Michaels' head through that car window to prove that he was weak.
Yeah, well, I think HBK proved otherwise last week on Raw when he hit sweet chin music on Brock Lesnar, then attacked Triple H as we went off the air.
Look out! Oh, man, on the steel steps! Well, Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window. I don't blame him one bit. Could you imagine your best friend doing that to you?
No, I can't, King, and no one here could either based on the response of this electrified crowd. I would say most everyone in this arena tonight is on the side of Shawn Michaels.
Well, I agree, Cole. Just look at these people. I mean, they are definitely in Michaels' corner and showing it right now as we speak.
how healed is the broken back of Shawn Michaels? Will Michaels be able to gut out a win in spite of his injured back?
Well, that's a good question, Michael. A back injury is no small deal, and we'll have to wait and see how Shawn does and if his back will hold out to get himself that W.
That's right, King. If he's 100%, there's no doubt that Michaels will show it early on, and if he's not, then Shawn is a tough enough superstar to power through the pain and get this match in his favor.
And we're going back between the ropes.
Oh, man! Repeated chair shots.
Oh, not again. Not again. I don't think there's any lengths that these superstars won't go to achieve victory here tonight.
Without a doubt, this has to be among the most emotional nights of Shawn Michaels' illustrious career. I, for one, never thought we'd see HBK in a WWE ring again, but here he is.
And I'm sure the night he became WWE Champion for the first time back at WrestleMania 12 was emotional. Or even the time he lost his smile. But I can't imagine either one of those nights being more poignant than what we're seeing here tonight.
And when you're going up against somebody you thought was your best friend, the emotion is taken to a whole new level, King.
Undoubtedly, Cole. This has to eclipse the title wins, the lost smile, the locker room squabbles, the emotion surrounding the 1997 Survivor Series. All of that. None of it can compare to what Shawn Michaels must be feeling right now.
Try as he might, Triple H can't put Michaels away. Michaels showing all kinds of character here, and the game needs to find a way to impose his will on Shawn.
Well, that's easier said than done, Cole. Triple H is as tough as they come, but when you find yourself up against a guy with so much heart like HBK, you need to really dig deep to find a way to win.
I'm with you, King. There's a great big heart beating inside of Shawn Michaels, and it counts for a lot. It's that never give up attitude that HBK possesses that will get him through the toughest moments of this brawl. Tonight marks the first SummerSlam match for Shawn Michaels since 1996, when he successfully defended his WWE title against Vader.
You're right. This event has proven to be a somewhat lucky event for Michaels. He's unbeaten when competing in single matches at SummerSlam, including wins over Triple H. What a maneuver! Uh-oh. He's in position, ready to strike. Uh-oh. Triple H has him.
Triple H. That's how you sweep an opponent under the carpet.
And will this be it?
What a turn of events as Triple H is victorious over Shawn Michaels.
I can't believe what we just saw, Michael.
Former best friends turned bitter enemies. Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window.
Yeah, Michael, I don't think any of my best friends would put my head through a car window. You might, but it's hard to believe Triple H would do such a thing.
He did it. It was on tape, and we all saw him standing there. He couldn't have been caught more red-handed in such a despicable act.
Elbow drop.
He's going to take another chance.
Tonight marks the first SummerSlam match for Shawn Michaels since 1996, when he successfully defended his WWE title against Vader.
You're right. This event has proven to be a somewhat lucky event for Michaels. He's unbeaten when competing in single matches at SummerSlam, including wins over Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect. Hey, wait a minute. What's he doing here?
And the neck breaker connects.
What offense Shawn Michaels is showing at this point. He's really using his weight to his advantage here, reaching on the head and neck. He's got him up. A quick scoop slam. Oh, man, that may have knocked him out cold. You know, Triple H claims that he put Shawn Michaels' head through that car window to prove that he was weak.
Yeah, well, I think HBK proved otherwise last week on Raw when he hit sweet chin music on Brock Lesnar, then attacked Triple H as we went off the air.
Triple H can't be enjoying this. Looks like we're going back inside.
These no DQ matches are so dangerous.
And he gets back in the ring.
And there's the ladder. it. Jeez.
Oh! Big kick echoing around the arena.
Shawn's going to the top. Well, we've seen some great action here tonight at SummerSlam, Cole, and we're not even done yet. We still have... Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Triple H just shoving the referee. And out with a steel chair to Michaels.
This is so brutal. Triple H is just trying to destroy Shawn Michaels. Forget about just winning the match.
And what is wrong with Triple H?
Oh, man, the game has to be so frustrated. Look at him. He's got to be so frustrated that Shawn Michaels is surviving here somehow. Oh, man. Man, Triple H, what offense.
Man, Triple H, what offense.
Well, Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window. I don't blame him one bit. Could you imagine your best friend doing that to you?
No, I can't, King, and no one here could either based on the response of this electrified crowd. I would say most everyone in this arena tonight is on the side of Shawn Michaels.
Well, I agree, Cole. Just look at these people. I mean, they are... Oh!
King, did you see that?
Oh, man, it doesn't get much closer than that. Well, anything goes in an unsanctioned street fight. It's one fall to a finish, and Triple H knows this. This is his kind of brawl. The game feeds on moments like this.
Well, you know, you're right, King. If there's anything that Triple H looks forward to, it's an all-out war, and he's looking one right in the face tonight. I mean, he's gotten what he wants.
Oh, Cole, that is one fact that we cannot dispute. Triple H is here for one reason only, to prove his point that Michaels is weak. He'll have to prove it right now. You know, you have to wonder what the rest of the clique thinks about Triple H's actions as of late.
I mean, they can't be happy, King. Of course, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H were inseparable for years. That's all changed now, though, thanks in a large part to the game.
Just look at this. You can see the results from that move.
Great reversal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Face first. Pedigree from the game. And he kicks out of it.
You talk about strategy. There was a strategy session between our cameramen earlier today to ensure that no matter where the action goes, we can cover it. Ouch! He picks the sledgehammer back up. This might only take one more shot. Hey!
Wow, he was just about to get his head taken off. Oh, good Lord, look at the fire in his eyes. And that implement connects again. Oh my, enough with that sledgehammer. Rolling out of harm's way. Smart strategy there. And this is going to return to the ring. This is the first SummerSlam match for Triple H since 2000. Of course, the game was sidelined last year after tearing his quad completely off its bone.
Yeah, and the game returned from injury to so much fanfare. I never imagined a scenario where he'd become the most hated superstar on Raw. And maybe all of the WWE. But it's happened.
It was January 7, 2002. Triple H returned after a grueling rehab process, and the crowd in New York City absolutely erupted. The ovation was unlike anything I'd ever seen.
Yeah, but look at him now. I don't even think Triple H's parents like him anymore.
How healed is the broken back of Shawn Michaels? Will Michaels be able to gut out a win in spite of his injured back?
Well, that's a good question, Michael. A back injury is no small deal, and we'll have to wait and see how Shawn does and if his back will hold out to get himself that W.
That's right, King. If he's 100%, there's no doubt that Michaels will show it early on, and if he's not, then Shawn is a tough enough superstar to power through the pain and get this match in his favor. Try as he might, Triple H can't put Michaels away. Michaels showing all kinds of character here, and the game needs to find a way to impose his will on Shawn.
Well, that's easier said than done, Cole. Triple H is as tough as they come, but when you find yourself up against a guy with so much heart like HBK, you need to run a move. What a smart move. A lot has changed since Shawn Michaels last competed in a WWE ring. Just look at the WWE Championship picture alone. While HBK was gone, guys like The Rock, Mankind, and even Mr. McMahon became WWE champion.
And let's not forget his opponent here tonight, Triple H. The game won his first WWE championship almost 3 years ago to the day.
Ouch, he's going to be bruised from head to toe before this one's over.
Michaels will not quit. He's just not going to give up. What will? What strength? This is a special moment, Cole. We're not going to see heart like this very often in that ring for a long, long time.
Jerry, that's some truth right there. This is something special right now.
Oh, it looks like Shawn Michaels has had enough. It's time to tune up the band.
Sweet chin music time for the Heartbreak Kid. Triple H trying to struggle back to his feet.
And here it comes. And, whoa, wait a minute. The game catches HBK and it's pedigree time. And now wait, look at this.
Jackknife cover by HBK. He got him. Michaels got him.
Unbelievable. Michaels wins it. This is unbelievable.
I can't believe it. Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
After one of the most brutal, severe beatdowns I have ever seen, somehow HBK. Oh! Oh my God!
Triple H with a sledgehammer.
Not that!
From behind.
After everything Shawn has survived, now the sledgehammer. Come on!
Oh no!
Come on, referee, get the hammer away from the game. This is too much. Sickening. He's going to cripple Shawn Michaels. He may have already done it.
Disgusting.
After a 4-year absence, Shawn Michaels made an unprecedented return at SummerSlam to defeat Triple H. But the Heartbreak Kid's celebration was cut short by the vengeful cerebral assassin. The showstopper was forced to take time off due to injuries sustained from Triple H's heinous attack. But despite a humiliating loss, Triple H would soon have reason to celebrate. WWE Undisputed Champion Brock Lesnar elected to exclusively defend his title on SmackDown, leaving Raw without a champion. As a result, the World Heavyweight Championship was reinstated on Raw and awarded to none other than the King of Kings, Triple H. With the gold securely around his waist and HBK on the sidelines, Triple H ruled Raw as he saw fit. That is, until word of an unprecedented event that would take place at Survivor Series. And a strong message from an old friend.
Let me prove to you just how far I've come.
You can hear me now?
HBK is coming back, and somewhere down the line.
Survivor Series was that big comeback. Can you hear me now? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know. Detroit, Michigan, Monday Night Raw. Can y'all hear me? Tone the Great, you can hear me, bro? Let me know. Okay, good. Appreciate you.
The following is a non-title casket match. Introducing
He ended up going
from
against
Greenwich,
Kane.
Connecticut, weighing in at 272 pounds. He is the World Heavyweight Champion,
For Kane's pride, he ended up going against Kane in a casket match on Raw. And you're going to see a surprise pop-up during this match, I'm not going to say.
And making his way to the ring, weighing in at 326 pounds.
All right, thank you, bro. I'm glad you can hear me.
Kane seemingly with a smile on his face.
Kane with the ass.
Seemingly smiling. I can see the
and later on, during this rivalry, they end up messing with Kane, and they end up, you know, trolling him, making a videotape of some lady he's supposed to slept with. I forgot her name. If her name comes to me during the stream, I'll let y'all know. They had a little bone to pick with Kane, and later on, they end up having a match with Kane. I forgot who, but if he end up losing, he had to take his mask off, and that wasn't a good idea because we actually saw the true side of the Big Red Machine. Into the somebody's way. All the places they died, I'm back again. All the lost on me gone, she's not around. When she's not around, get me up.
And why exactly is Triple H morbidly disgusting?
Because of the disgusting salacious videotape that he aired last week on this podcast.
I actually like that slow chemical thing.
Boy, he was able to reverse and get out of that. He didn't
Hey man, take your time, man. I ain't,
showing some expert prowess here.
Tripping about the subs, man. You know, I really appreciate it. It definitely helped me out. But you just being here, you know, you engaged in the chat means more to me than anything. But, you know, I definitely really appreciate it if you do so. But if not, you know, you being here, you showing, you know, love means more to me than anything.
Oh, just driving his hands into the throat. He was able to reverse that. And down he goes.
If you do so, I appreciate it, man. Not you being here.
Triple H did a reversal. And that's because the game has a gift for getting out of trouble, Cole. Nice reversal there. I think I saw two fly out. Oh, short shot to the throat. Bam! Oh, those are some big shots for Kane. Look out. What a clothesline by Kane.
Kane's brother, The Undertaker, undoubtedly has to be considered the master of the
sidewalk slam.
Awesome was that.
Perform a choke slam. Loser. Pedigree. Someone surprised he's gonna be coming up out this casket. Who though? Oh, the kid.
Shawn Michaels was in the casket. Heartbreak Kid was in the casket. HBK comes out of the casket.
Diving elbow.
Triple H's worst nightmare. Killing it. We haven't seen Shawn Michaels since SummerSlam. Oh, he's back. Michaels is feeling it.
He actually helped Kane win this casket match.
Yeah. Oh, sweet chin music. The Heartbreak Kid center stage.
Oh.
The showstopper to stop the show for Triple H. Boy, he just got laid out.
Oh, take your time, brother.
This
take
is
your
the
time,
first
man.
casket match on Monday Night
But,
Raw
you know, like I said,
1999. How great is this, Cole?
May 17th, 1999.
The Rock versus The Undertaker.
The Rock in a rare Raw casket match, thanks in part to Triple H's interference.
Well, of course, who will ever forget? After
Oh,
the match,
yeah, make that coin. Make that coin.
to the casket, making it look like it was involved in a massive car wreck.
Make them coins, my brother. Make them coins, man.
A swift kick.
Make them coins.
Does it again.
Triple H doing a great job of turning that around.
Triple H just teed off.
Let's not forget, King, these two superstars will be part of the first ever Elimination Chamber match at Survivor Series next month on pay-per-view.
And you can add Chris Jericho, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels to that match. Although earlier tonight, Triple H didn't seem to think HBK would be at 100% for the match.
Well, he certainly looked to be in great shape last week when we talked to him live from the World in New York City.
I don't know. Kane scores with a tremendous move.
He's not
At the time, around this time, they actually changed
Well, what do you expect?
to WWE New York instead of WWE New York. So.
trying to put him away.
Choke slap from hell.
Kane delivering. This match is not over. And Kane going to take advantage.
It is now.
Triple H into the casket. The casket is closed. And Kane has won this match. Oh my God!
And then Shawn Michaels able to step over get on top of the cast.
Victorious! With an
Get on top of the cast.
from that man, Shawn Michaels.
He gets the dancing. Do his thing. And he ended up being on top of the cast.
Well, the game should have known it was coming. Shawn Michaels warned him. Someday, sometime, someplace, he would get even.
Then he gets on top of the cast.
And look at this. Shawn Michaels dancing on top of the casket that holds the body of Triple H. How symbolic.
But you can also help out too, Tone. You can sub to my YouTube channel. That also helps out too, man. Back to the groove with uploading on YouTube. I've been, you know what I'm saying, been away and stuff like that. So I'm getting back to the groove and getting the algorithm back up by, you know, streaming and uploading on my YouTube channel. So you can also sub to my channel, you know, on YouTube too, bro, if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. Y2J, Chris Jericho. And I think he's the tag champ, around this time. I think he's actually the tag champs. I could be wrong. Probably is. I think he is. Yeah, he is a tag champ. I think he was the tag champ with Christian.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Chris Jericho.
I feel, in my opinion, this Chris Jericho and yeah, I knew I was right. He was tag champ for Christian around this time. Had it right. I know my wrestling history, but sometimes I gotta, you know, refresh my memory. Forget some of this stuff. But yeah, they had me correct. Around this time, he was the tag champ with Christian. But like I was saying before, I was talking about that. I think this Chris Jericho, and I believe 2K16 is the best Jericho model in my opinion. I'm not saying he just made the list. Chris Jericho model is not all that, but I feel that Chris Jericho model for this game and for 16. One against Booker T with Kane. Yup. So Jericho, Triple H versus Book Kane.
I must admit, it's a little odd to look at these guys as partners here tonight, knowing that in the Elimination Chamber, they are all going to be against each other.
Well, of course, add Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels to the mix. It's going to be amazing.
It'll be every man for himself, King, and each and every one of them has one goal in mind, to be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Suplex. Rolling out of
harm's way. Smart strategy there.
And mind your business, Ric Flair. Mind your own business, bro.
We don't know exactly what to expect when we see the Elimination Chamber unveiled at Survivor Series, but we do know that it will combine elements of War Games, the Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series.
And add to that the importance of the World Heavyweight Championships. Well, I, for one, cannot wait for Survivor Series. Work is being put in by Booker T. Oh, they've got the upper hand on Jericho.
And Chris Jericho gets the shoulder up. WWE Magazine out this month, and you'll find some interesting articles in there about all the superstars here in the WWE. Man, Chris Jericho, what offense. Rolling out of the ring, and it might be time for him to reassess the situation. Straight right by Triple H.
He was able to reverse it, get out of that.
He almost took his head off.
I got you, Kane. I'm gonna let you in right now, big dog. I'm gonna let you in right now, big dog. You want him? Go get him.
What a clothesline by Kane! What a kick that was.
Chris Jericho says he's sick of Booker T calling him sucker. And I'm being honest, I agree. He has a name, you know.
Jericho has also said he has more talent in his pinky finger than Booker T has in his whole body, which is obviously a gross misestimation.
Leg drop.
Oh, that leg drop. Ow.
Oh, there it is! Kane showing some expert prowess here. He just planted him with a DDT. Oh, he's in trouble now.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
You know, not only is Chris Jericho one half of the World Tag Team Champions, but he's also a huge rock star.
Well, he says he is. Some people would actually say he's an ass clown.
What? Now, why would you say that, Cole? You're the one acting like an ass clown. You know, Cole, the more I think about it, the more I like Chris Jericho's chances at Survivor Series. When the title's on the line, Y2J is at his
When he got the clothesline, too.
Beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the same night.
It was December of last year at Vengeance. Jericho first beat The Rock to become world champion. Then WWE champion Stone Cold to become the first historic undisputed champion.
Look out!
Jericho,
Triple H are partners here tonight, but you have to wonder how much longer these guys
have
can
to
go.
make sure.
Earlier this year, at WrestleMania 18, it was the game-beating Y2J for the undisputed title.
Well, let me just say this. I actually wonder how long Booker T and Kane are going to coexist. They're both going to be in the Elimination Chamber, and they're both a couple of freaks.
Booker T and Kane have some integrity. I think they're going to be just fine. It's the guys across the ring from them that I'm a little suspect about.
Integrity? When are you people going to learn to get over stuff? I mean, Triple H does one little thing to Shawn Michaels, and he can't get over it. And then Triple H makes one funny little video about Kane, and now Kane's all upset.
You thought that was funny, King?
Yeah.
That was anything but funny.
Oh, come on. What about that video of Triple H's last week? I bet you thought that was hilarious. Well, there's no doubt the Elimination Chamber will be special, but I'd argue Chris Jericho is even more special. I mean, he's got so much going for him. He's the king of the world. He's a huge rock star and perhaps the next World Heavyweight Champion.
Side slam,
boom. With a tremendous move.
I'm a king of my world. King of my world. King of the world.
Let's not forget, Triple H was awarded the World Heavyweight Championship on September 2nd.
Oh, I'm so sick of you throwing that in Triple H's face. He's defended it numerous times since then. He's beaten everybody in WWE.
Actually, that's not true, Ken. There's a few left. And if you eliminate Ric Flair at a sledgehammer, Triple H wouldn't even be champion today.
What? Look at him out there, reaching for the tag. He can't wait to get back in the match. You know, Booker T hasn't gotten the opportunities that many feel he deserves to become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, he'll have a huge opportunity inside the Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series.
And you can bet he wants to build momentum heading into Survivor Series. He can do just that right here tonight if he can fend off Triple H and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho doing a great job of turning that around. He's got him hooked.
Looks like somebody wants back in this match.
Spine buster.
By Booker T.
Scissors kick. How you use scissors kick? Dodge push.
Watch the grand natures at ringside. If Triple H is worried about Shawn Michaels, he can stop. Flair will take care of it.
I'd say Shawn Michaels is firmly in the mind of Triple H and Ric
Oh,
Flair.
scare
Frankly, probably.
Show ass in here.
Well, don't stop there. All 5 of Michael's opponents at Survivor Series have to keep him in their mind. If healthy, he can very well walk away with a gold at Survivor Series. Oh, submission! The hold's locked in. Great hold being applied.
That'll work, bro. Submit. He was going to submit and going to commit. Oh, John Burke.
His way out of trouble.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Reversal buck.
Reversal.
And he does it one more time. Booker T with a great offensive shot.
Get your stamina up. Get your stamina up.
Bam! That may have put Jericho's lights
Go
out.
get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Only attack him. Go ahead, get him.
Playing mind games. Yeah, a little intimidation there. Work is being put in by Booker T. Whoa, he's measuring. Oh, that's it.
That's it. He's done.
Stay down. Stay
Sides
down.
up. Scissors kick, baby.
Look out.
Woo! He's gonna do it.
Oh, lights out. Oh, look at this. Recovered by Booker.
Oh, saved by Jericho.
And saving the matchup was Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho.
Get him, Kane. Get him, Kane.
Kane. 300+ pounds. Flooring Chris Jericho. And now he takes the fight to Jericho outside.
Watch out here. Oh, my gosh. Kane into those steel steps.
Woo! Hit the well. Shit.
That could do
Shit.
it. Triple H flattened by that big kick from Booker T. What's Booker doing now?
Booker usually doesn't go up top.
Drop kick.
Stepped out of the way. And now Triple H is going to take advantage. Right to the midsection.
Oh, boy.
Pedigree now.
Shawn Michaels, super kick. Oh!
With sweet chin music.
Dropping Triple H. The official down and out. You never saw it.
This Shawn Michaels with the sweet chin music on Triple H. And all
Triple H
Booker
with
T
the
can do now is cover the game.
We unlock Chris Jericho 2002. We unlock Buck. Mad as hell.
Last week, Eric Bischoff invited me to be a part of Survivor Series, to be a part of the Elimination Chamber match, to have a chance.
Good things happen to Shawn Michaels in this match. I don't tell you, but good things happen. Yes!
I can assure you, I'm walking out of the dark, walking out of that chamber match, the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Shawn Michaels is in, and he's coming to be the world's champion at Survivor Series.
With Shawn Michaels stamping his name as the final competitor in the first ever Elimination Chamber, the main event at Survivor Series was set. 6 Raw
Triple H, Booker T,
battle for
Robert,
the World
Kane,
Heavyweight
Jericho,
Championship
Shawn
held by
Michaels.
Triple H, taking place inside the 16-foot high unpredictable structure, weighing 10 tons of pure pain.
And if you guys ever watched the Ruthless Aggression Season 2, If you guys watch, I believe, the second episode of season 2's Ruthless Aggression, the documentary, you will actually see this episode about the first ever Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series. You will actually see that, and you will actually see the wrestlers coming out to see the structure for the first time. So, guys who's ever interested, and if you have, Peacock, whatever, you can also definitely check out the Ruthless Aggression Season 2 episode regarding
the brutality of Hell in a Cell, the unpredictability of War Games, and the tradition of Survivor Series with the importance of the World Heavyweight Championship.
And just look at the size of the structure pole. It's 36 feet in diameter, 16 feet high, and it weighs an astounding 20,000 pounds.
And all of it has been designed to punish the human body.
You hear how his leg connected? Triple H knows how to polish off an opponent. We're all in uncharted territory here tonight, Cole. We have no idea what to expect in this environment.
And quite frankly, neither do the competitors. This is a first. It's so unpredictable. I mean, we're all witnessing history here tonight.
Rob Van Dam and Kane.
Yeah, he sold the hell out there.
Partnership of late. You have to wonder if heading into tonight, they talked about forming an alliance inside the chamber.
It's every man for himself inside the chamber, King. The stakes are too high for friendships.
But can you imagine how dominant a Kane and Rob Van Dam alliance would be inside this structure? I mean, they'd be nearly untouchable.
Rob Van Dam is a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Now, let's not forget, he came very close to becoming World Heavyweight Champion back in September at Unforgiven in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Rob Van Dam, Ric Flair and a steel chair came between him and Triple H's World Heavyweight title.
That's not going to happen here tonight, King. Not with 2 miles of chain surrounding the ring.
Last month at No Mercy, Rob Van Dam had a huge counter.
Rolling Thunder, no. Rolling Thunder.
What athleticism.
The moonsault.
More impact delivered from the moonsault.
Again?
A moonsault. Triple H just teed off. Triple H is chipping away. Magic for Chris Jericho. Let's see what he can do.
Get him, Jericho. Get him.
Doing a great job of turning that around.
Chris Jericho knows how to polish off an opponent. Uh-oh, look at this. Oh, you do not get up from that. We got to cover. 2.
Get him out of here. Go, Jericho, from beat your
elimination with this crowd here tonight. This Elimination Chamber match is all about Raw trying to stop Stephanie McMahon and SmackDown.
Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Brock Lesnar was awesome last month. There's no doubt about it. It will go down in history as one of the most brutal matches of all time.
Oh, it was brutal, right? And in the end, it was Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker to retain the WWE Championship.
But tonight, it's all about the Elimination Chamber. It's Raw's opportunity to top SmackDown in the historic Hell in a Cell match from last month's No Mercy pay-per-view.
Chris Jericho, a co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship, would love nothing more than to leave Survivor Series with the World Heavyweight Championship.
And of course, Chris Jericho's partner Christian captured the World Tag Team Championship last month on Raw when they defeated the Hurricane and Kane.
And you can bet Kane has not forgotten about that. Playing mind games. Yeah, a little intimidation there.
There will be 6 bodies that will be so sore that they'll have a hard time bathing tomorrow. But there's going to be one man that will leave here tonight and say that it was all worth it.
These men are playing Russian roulette with their careers. It's the proverbial human demolition derby.
They will never be the same, King. Their careers will be changed forever. And some may even be shortened after going through this brutality here tonight.
I think I just saw somebody's teeth rolling around like chiclets on the floor.
Chris Jericho claims to be the king of the world. But will he be the spine buster when Game scores again?
Oh my, look at this. Oh my, what a move. Chris Jericho will tell, and this is
I ain't asked you to.
Two.
I asked you to pay him. What the fuck is you doing? I ain't asked you to do shit, but what are you doing?
What offense? He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Man, Chris Jericho, what offense.
Oh, a terrific reversal by Triple H.
Pedigree, Triple H hits it one more time. His shoulders are down. 1, 2. There goes Jericho. Tonight marks the second time in WWE history that New York City plays host to Survivor Series. The only other time was 1996 when Shawn Michaels defended his WWE Championship against Psycho Sid.
And you can bet Michaels had that match somewhere in the back of his mind as he walked into the arena earlier today. That was not a good night for HBK. What an impact from that kick. There's another
kick. I'm not sure.
Oh, and he lands that one right to the head.
I think Shawn lost to Sid. That's about to
Let me ask you this, Cole. What if Triple H is pinned or submits here?
That means that Triple H would be eliminated, and we would be guaranteed a new World Heavyweight Champion here tonight at Survivor Series.
And if Triple H does manage to win, he would certainly deserve to be called World Heavyweight Champion. Surviving this match will be no easy task. You know, since coming to WWE, Booker T has captured both the Hardcore and World Tag Team Championship, but never the belt.
Booker T can live his dream tonight in New York City. Nobody deserves this opportunity more than Booker T.
Well, I can think of 5 guys that disagree with that statement right there, Cole. You know, I competed in my first Survivor Series in 1994 in Shawn Michaels' hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Now, if you told me that night that Survivor Series would one day have a match contested inside a 20,000-pound chamber, I'd tell you were crazy.
Nah, that's funny. I thought you were crazy when I saw you walk out with Sleazy, Queasy, and Cheesy as your tag team partners in 1994.
Well, we beat those clowns. Oh, reversal. Oh. You hear how his leg connected?
And he gets out of the way.
Oh, and he lands that one right to the head.
Cheap shot.
Oof, man. No, not again.
Booker T with a great offensive show.
Man, all y'all with my ass. Relax.
Great reversal. Triple H setting moonshine. Another spine buster for the game.
No breathing room for Kane. Uh-oh, Triple H has him.
Pedigree, Triple H nails him again. Booker T is up. He thinks he has it. And there goes Booker's chances.
Man, that's a tough break for Booker, Michael.
Oh, and a terrific reversal by Triple H.
He's got him hooked. Triple H doing a great job of turning that around. He's still not through.
Survivor Series is an event so rich in tradition. The first one took place on Thanksgiving Day back in 1987 in Richfield, Ohio.
And in the main event, Andre the Giant.
I'm HBK.
I'm HBK. At 6'10" tall and 320 pounds, Kane is the biggest man in this matchup, Cole.
And he may very well be the nastiest. Kane can do anything he wants inside that chamber, including throwing somebody right through the steel.
Oh, Kane is a dangerous man, there's no doubt about it. And you know, as sick as it sounds, Cole, I think Kane might actually like being locked inside that demonic structure.
And Kane manages to reverse out of that one. He does it again.
Get his ass.
Kane showing some expert prowess here.
That's what you want to do to Triple H?
I'll never forget last year's Survivor Series, Cole. We didn't know if we had a job or not afterwards. That was one of the most uneasy nights of my career.
Well, of course, King referring to the winner-takes-all Survivor Series elimination match pitting the Alliance against WWE. And in the end, it was Team WWE coming out victorious and the Alliance being forced to disband.
And 4 of the 6 superstars in this match tonight were a part of that historic match. Rob Van Van Dam, Booker T, Chris Jericho, and Kane.
And 1 year later, they all earned the opportunity of becoming World Heavyweight Champion. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Kane is a former WWE Champion, and maybe more importantly, 4-1 in his career at Survivor Series.
And he would love to go 5-1 here tonight, wouldn't he, Cole?
Well, if he does, Kane would become the first ever masked World Heavyweight Champion. Triple H was awarded the World Heavyweight Championship back on September 2nd. But if you pull the onion back one more layer, you'll see that the game is 0-6 at Survivor Series. He's winless.
We're talking about onion. And normally Ric Flair would be a huge advantage for Triple H at ringside. But with the Elimination Chamber, I don't see how the Nature Boy could be any factor whatsoever.
I agree, King. I don't see how Ric Flair can be in the game here tonight. No pun intended.
No onion intended. Over the years, Survivor Series has been the site of some of sports entertainment's most iconic moments. And tonight's no different with the debut of the Elimination Chamber.
Well, for my money, King, there's nothing more memorable than Undertaker's debut at Survivor Series 1990.
You know, Cole, I hear people say, there's a cover, 2. Making his statement as we speak. Michaels not letting up for a second.
I'm gonna let y'all beat each other up because
he was one step ahead on that one.
Watch out. Kane's building momentum again. Watch it. Watch it. In this very arena at WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels squared off against Razor in a groundbreaking ladder match for the intensity. Yeah, what a move! Woo! Shawn Michaels hit that one. I don't know how much more. Can he score the pin? 2. I don't believe it. It's game over for the game.
Well, did I do something wrong? Oh, outside the ring. Fuck. Oh, I gotta do it over.
This match combines the brutality of Hell in a Cell, the unpredictability of War Games, and the tradition of Survivor Series with the importance of the World Heavyweight Championship.
And just look at the size of this structure, Cole. It's 36 feet in diameter, 16 feet high, and it weighs an astounding 20,000 pounds.
And all of it has been designed to punish the human body. There will be 6 bodies that will be so sore that they'll have a hard time bathing tomorrow. But there's going to be one man that will leave here tonight and say that it was all worth it.
These men are Russian roulette with their careers. It's the proverbial human demolition derby.
They will never be the same, King. Their careers will be changed forever. And some may even be shortened after going through this brutality here tonight.
I think I just saw somebody's teeth rolling around like chiclets on the floor.
RVD avoiding danger there.
Yeah, that could have been really bad for Van Dam. Oh, out of nowhere. The knee. And that shot was dialed in. Rob Van Dam and Kane have formed a bit of a partnership of late. You have to wonder if heading into tonight, they talked about forming an alliance inside the chamber.
It's every man for himself inside the chamber, King. The stakes are too high for friendships.
But can you imagine how dominant a Kane and Rob Van Dam alliance would be inside the structure? I mean, they'd be nearly untouchable. You know, I competed in my first Survivor Series in 1994 in Shawn Michaels' hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Now, if you told me that night that Survivor Series would one day have a match contested inside a 20,000-pound chamber, I'd tell you were crazy.
Nah, that's funny. I thought you were crazy when I saw you walk out with Sleazy, Queasy, and Cheesy as your tag team partners in 1994.
Well, we beat those clowns.
What the clown?
Well, this isn't where Rob Van Dam wants to be, I can assure you of that.
Lucky for that.
Incredible counter. He's got him up. Oh, look at that scoop slam. Ooh.
Man, Triple H, what offense.
It's back and forth all night. Unbelievable.
trying to...
Triple H, what a maneuver! Jericho sees the opening.
Check him out, check him out.
Chris Jericho knows how to polish off an opponent. Triple H spots the opening. Boy, there's no way he's going to be able to stand after that. Great counter.
Rob Van Dam wants to go high rest.
Get him, Jericho.
There it is.
Man, Chris Jericho.
You got to move quicker than that.
If the results from earlier tonight are any indication of what's to come in the Elimination Chamber, we may be looking at a new World Heavyweight Champion. We've had 4 championship matches so far, and in all 4 matches, a new champion was crowned.
And you know, I must admit, I was shocked to see Paul Heyman turn his back on Brock Lesnar and help Big Show capture the WWE Championship.
Of course, we also saw Los Guerreros capture the WWE Tag Team titles. Billy Kidman beat Jamie Noble for the Cruiserweight Championship, and Victoria won the WWE Women's Championship from Trish Stratus.
In a hardcore match, no less. I wasn't sure if the Divas had it in them, but boy, they did not disappoint.
Well, shout out to Finley for making that happen. So that one for Finley, they would never had that hardcore match in Survivor Series.
He came very close to becoming the World Heavyweight Champion.
He may get the 3 count right here.
Rob Van Dam finding the strength for the kick out.
Let me ask you this, Cole. What if Triple H is pinned or submits him?
That means that Triple H will be eliminated, and we would be guaranteed a new World Heavyweight Champion here tonight at Survivor Series.
And if Triple H does manage to win, he would certainly deserve to be called World Heavyweight Champion. Surviving this match will be no easy task. Chris Jericho, a co-holder of the World Tag Team. Oh man, I thought he had him.
This steel structure has no soul. It has no conscience. It has 10 tons of steel and 2 miles of chain, and quite possibly the most inhumane and vile creation in the history of WWE.
But these 5 superstars are willing to put themselves through hell for a chance at winning the prestigious World Heavyweight Championship. No sense coming to WWE. Booker T has kept. Oh, how resilient was that?
And Rob Van Dam
in an easy kick out. Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands of WWE fans in attendance. Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight.
Booker T is a 5-time WCW champion and an 11-time tag team champion, and a man who owns a tag team victory over Triple H.
Yeah, but we shouldn't fail to mention that that victory only came after Shawn Michaels intercepted. Oh, the key plants his opponent. Last month at No Mercy. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick?
RVD's been eliminated.
And he doesn't look very happy about it either.
Oh, no.
That's it. He's done. There's the cover. Can he do it?
Uh-oh. Here comes the big red monster.
Uh-oh is right. It's heating up now, Cole. Triple H in trouble. This Elimination Chamber match is all about Raw trying to stop Stephanie McMahon and SmackDown.
Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Brock Lesnar was awesome last month. There's no doubt about it. It will go down in history as one of the most brutal matches of all time.
Oh, it was brutal, all right. And in the end, it was Brock Lesnar.
Oh, jeez.
Chris Jericho claims to be the king of the world, but will this be it?
In the pen here, Booker's down here. It just wasn't Booker's night, Cole. At 6'10" tall and 320 pounds, Kane is the biggest man in this matchup, Cole.
And he may very well be the nastiest. Kane can do anything he wants inside that chamber, including throwing somebody right through the steel.
Kane is a dangerous man, there's no doubt about it. And you know, as sick as it sounds, Cole, I think Kane might actually like being locked inside that demonic structure. Showing some expert prowess here. I'll never forget last year's Survivor Series, Cole. We didn't know if we had a job or not afterwards. That was one of the most uneasy nights of my career.
Well, of course, King referring to the winner-takes-all Survivor Series elimination match pitting the Alliance against WWE, and in the end, it was Team WWE coming out victorious and the Alliance being forced to disband.
And 4 of the 6 superstars in this match tonight were a part of that historic match. Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Chris Jericho, and Kane.
And 1 year later, they all earned the opportunity of becoming World Heavyweight Champion. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
Awarded the World Heavyweight Championship back and shoulders down. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, is ready to explode.
Oh my gosh! Chris Jericho will tell anybody within earshot that he is the king of the world.
Oh, he doesn't look like it now, though, does he?
No, Spinebuster again scores again.
Kane is.
This could do it.
And the offensive display by Shawn Michaels. Look out for Kane! I don't know what's going to happen here. Kane setting it up.
DDT.
Will it be?
What up, BG? What up? It's my Twitch father, y'all, BG, man. One of the solid, down-to-earth, tremendous human beings. Hey, man, I just want to let you know, man, find out, the people that's in here, I really appreciate you for actually letting Ash know that I was live and having her to rate me. I greatly appreciate that, man. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I know I tell you all the time how thankful I am for you. But I just want to let you know again, I appreciate you doing that for me, man.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. Look at this. Oh, man. That'll take the wind out of your sails.
For sure, man. Really, really appreciate that, man.
How much more? How much more are you willing to counter?
Hey, man, that's all I try to do, man. That's all it's all about, man. I feel that's what every community needs, mad love, mad support, and, gratitude, man. I do it any way I can, man. And sometimes, I don't look for anything in return because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to get blessed and some positive things going to come my way. That happened yesterday, so I just want to let you know, man, I really appreciate you for actually doing that. Let her know that I appreciate her too. I don't know if she's streaming tonight, but if she is, I definitely come on her stream and actually thank her as well.
Can he score the pin? 1.
Yes, he definitely does come full circle. Definitely does. You never know how it's going to come, you never know how it's going to happen, but it's going to eventually going to happen. So, again, thank you again, man. And if you do stream tonight, I would greatly definitely go in there and tell her thank you as well. And I actually got Madden for the PS5, actually, so I'm really far, on the Xbox series with Madden, but I might end up getting Madden for the PS5.
Wow. He's still down after that.
Perform a signature off the pod.
The final Intercontinental Champion, looking to fend off this attack and add World Heavyweight Champion to his long list of accomplishments.
Of course, Kane losing to Triple H at No Mercy in
Let me
the
see if I remember how to get up on
the
top of this
Intercontinental Championship of the Games World Heavyweight title.
Well, I really hope we see the Intercontinental Championship return one day. So many greats have held that title over the years. Kane scores with a tremendous move. Cole, I hear people say that Triple H never deserved the World Heavyweight Championship, or that the title was handed to him. But the fact of the matter is that he's beaten the very best during his time as champion.
Well, he hasn't beaten Shawn Michaels, King. These two men have a hatred for each other that runs so deep.
Yeah, and given how close they were for so many years, I must admit, I'm a little shocked at how heated this rivalry has become. Kane looks hurt after that one.
Sharpshooter.
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here. This is such
Get out! Get out, Kane! Get out!
Kane's been eliminated. Oh boy, that's just going to make him even more angry.
So beat their ass up. This ain't got nothing to do with you now.
Sweet chin music out of nowhere.
An elbow. Legs maybe out of it. Vintage showstopper. What a kick that was. Bam, another kick.
Okay.
He's going to take another chance. Boy, he is really tired now. That tank of his has to be reading empty.
It has to be, King. But I still don't see him giving up.
Michaels is pulling out every stop to win this matchup. I don't know how much.
Oh, look at this. He's on top of the pod. Look at the push on top of the pod.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, his body has to be broken right now.
Performance, I did. They hit Triple H.
Display by Shawn Michaels.
I did hit him.
Whoa! He's measuring.
Hit him.
That's it. He's out. What offense Shawn Michaels is showing at this
I don't
point.
know the registry.
No, not again.
And that's a stiff
Perform a
kick.
signature move off Chamber Pop.
And he does it one more time.
We're going to do this again and see if it registers.
Triple H can't be enjoying this.
He may have to tap out right here. Oh, the longer he stays in this, the closer he is to losing the match.
And he breaks the hold. I guess he wants to try something else.
I don't know what more you'd want to do to another man.
Right on top of this pod.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now.
And now it looks like he's going to move to the top of that pod.
Watch out! What a counter that was. And the offensive display by Shawn Michaels.
What I wanted to do, man. What I wanted to do.
Watch out.
Sweet chin music. Michaels hits it again.
Tons of super kicks. Tons of super kicks.
He's putting those educated feet to good use. Wow! Triple H with a beautiful reversal.
Yep, there's the reversal by Shawn Michaels. And again, the showstopper heading to the top.
Uh-oh. I think he wants to get even higher up.
Oh, let's try this again.
Michaels is pulling out every stop to win this matchup.
Let's try this again.
Look at this, King. Going up to the next level.
Incoming! Good grief!
A
There we
huge
go.
miscalculation on that one.
Triple H with sweet chin music.
Look at those eyes.
Oh, yeah, this could be big.
And kind of
Oh, lights out. He's going for the pin. This could be it. 3.
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, my God. They're on
Let's
their
go.
way here in New York City. I don't believe it. Shawn Michaels has done the impossible, Cole. There's a new sheriff in town.
Shawn Michaels is back in the record books. Shawn Michaels is back on top. Shawn Michaels is the man. Shawn Michaels is the World Heavyweight Champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam has come close to becoming World Heavyweight Champion on a couple of occasions, but he never got it done. One time thanks to Ric Flair and a sledgehammer. I remember that vividly.
Close, but no cigar, Cole. But I have a feeling that tonight, Rob Van Dam is going to be smoking a big cigar. This may be RVD's night.
From San Antonio, Texas, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
And I think before Rey Mysterio, I think Shawn Michaels had the best gear. Like I said, before Rey Mysterio, before I knew who Rey Mysterio was, before I knew how his gears was coming before, I feel Shawn Michaels had the best wrestling.
But he did it.
My favorite Shawn Michaels gear was his WrestleMania 12 and his Survivor Series gear.
This is Shawn Michaels' first title defense since winning the World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series.
Yeah, this match should include Chris Jericho, and it would have if it wasn't for Scott Steiner.
I thought you'd bring that up. You've become one big
By the way,
Scott
Steiner did make his WWE debut at Survivor Series. Well, now he was on Monday Night Raw.
Michaels had the will to win at Survivor Series. He
I
had
gotta
the
be
belief
playing
that
as
he could reach
Rob.
down into his soul and pull it off and beat anybody in that ring with him. And that's exactly what he did. He beat 5 other men.
Yeah, but you have to admit, Cole, he had an advantage. He didn't have to enter the Elimination Chamber until very late in the match. He got to sit back and watch a lot of those guys literally beat the hell out of each other.
Including Rob Van Dam, who was in that match from the get-go.
Neither individual's goes back down here. From behind,
Shawn Michaels making a move. Controlling from behind. And here's Shawn Michaels. And here's Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam with the offense.
Rob Van Dam making the moves. Shawn Michaels became WWE's first ever Grand Slam champion when he won the European title back in September 1997.
And after winning the World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series,
At WWF at the time, one night only, he beat the British Bulldog.
Over the course of his WWE career, Rob Van Dam won a triple threat match here live last week
British
to become the
Bulldog
#1 contender
to capture that WWE European champion.
Other 2 men in that match.
And let's not forget Christian and Scott Steiner interjected themselves into the match. It was pure chaos. But when the smoke cleared, it was Rob Van Dam who walked away with tonight's title opportunity. No! No, not again! Oh, this isn't good.
Springboard moonsault.
No, that's it. Uh-oh, it might be time to run. We talk a lot
Comeback,
about
we got that comeback.
educated feet, but let's not forget Shawn Michaels has educated feet of his own with his sweet chin.
and Shawn Michaels comes up a little short.
Oh. Oh.
And down he goes.
Doing whatever it takes to win.
Come on. Hurricane Rana.
Oh, Cole, look at that. Now that's how you hurt an opponent.
Shawn Michaels gets out of that one. Nice move.
Oh, wait, nice reversal. And there's the reversal. Nice reversal there.
And that's a stiff kick.
Oh, what an elbow.
Shawn Michaels has to be protective of his lower back.
Oh,
It'll
let's
never be
rip
the same following his
Shawn.
well-documented back surgery.
And undoubtedly, watch out. What's he going to do here? Man, big forearm off the rope from HBK. And a come up by Shawn Michaels. And Michaels is feeling
back in it.
Shawn Michaels is feeling it. Sweet chinches.
He's back in it.
Tuning up the band. Here it comes.
Nope, not on my watch.
RVD ducks the sweet chin.
Woo, spinning wheel. Spinning wheel kick.
This guy's just getting worn out. What a
Oh,
counter.
now he reversed my Rolling Thunder.
You know, I don't know how much longer this storybook return can last for Shawn Michaels, especially after going through the brutal elimination chamber. His back has to be hurting here tonight.
And if Michaels can get past RVD, you would have to think Triple H is far from finished with his former best friend. If I know the game, he will not stop until he reclaims the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I have to admit, this is a match I never thought I'd see, ever.
It's a dream match, King. It's almost like a fantasy. I don't think anybody ever thought they'd see Shawn Michaels versus Rob Van Dam in 2002.
Yeah, I, like many others,
Come
just
on,
assumed
man.
1998 marked the end of Shawn Michaels' storied career. I guess you can never count HBK out.
Can't count out the Heartbreak Kid.
The match, momentum has shifted back and forth repeatedly between these superstars. And the swinging neckbreaker takes him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our third championship match of the evening. Earlier tonight, Chris Jericho and Christian defeated the Dudleys to retain the World Tag Team titles, followed by Victoria successfully retaining her Women's Championship against Trish Stratus.
And of course, Victoria defeated Trish to claim the Women's Championship. Incredible counter.
HBK would be wise to somehow ground Rob Van Dam's aerial assault, which is obviously easier.
Frog splash. Lower back.
To the back of Shawn Michaels. Can Van Dam capitalize?
All he's gonna do.
I don't think so. Triple H gonna do this hating ass in there.
Here we go.
Van Dam into the cover. Hooks the leg.
Triple H bring his hating ass in here.
Triple H.
I'd agree.
Triple H is here.
Look out.
Ruining this title match with a pedigree to Van Dam.
Yeah, but you gotta know, this is not about Rob Van Dam. This is a vindictive Triple H going against going after Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Triple H that has been obsessed with the Heartbreak Kid.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Put that down. What? Oh, this is not going to be good. The game with that steel chair in the ring. And look at the way he's eyeing Shawn Michaels. He despises Shawn Michaels. He will not stop at anything until he ends Shawn Michaels' career.
Shawn is down and out here.
Wait, look at this.
On his feet.
Big right hands to Triple H. Oh, right back to the midsection to the game. And out of the game, hammering away on Michaels. This is turning into a brawl here. And Michaels never giving up, King. He's got the heart. He's got the guts. He's got the soul of a champion.
Shawn Michaels. Just
Backbreaker on the chair.
Look out.
Right through the chair.
I always favor that lower back. Triple H brought his hating ass out here, man. We need to do something. Let me turn on. I think blood is not even on. We need blood, man. Yes, blood. We need subtitles on. Shawn Michaels, special guest referee. Don't that girl look familiar? Don't that girl look familiar?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your special guest
Don't that girl look
referee,
familiar?
the World Heavyweight Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn
versus Undertaker for the
Michaels.
WWE Championship. Y'all remember that?
Shawn Michaels involved
We got that same Italian
offense against Rob Van Dam here last week before it was interrupted by Triple H. But Michaels will be at Armageddon in less than 2 weeks in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on pay-per-view.
Yeah, but who will he face? Will it be Rob Van Dam or Triple H?
Rob Van Dam.
Thinking back, I didn't think Shawn Michaels would ever return to WWE, but he came back at SummerSlam and beat Triple H in a street fight. I never thought Shawn Michaels would get in the Elimination Chamber and fight for the World Heavyweight title, but he did. And I didn't think he could win it, but he believed and went on to become World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, what's your point, Cole?
Shawn Michaels has overcome so much, not just to return to the ring, but to become World Heavyweight Champion.
Shoulder tap.
Triple H going for it.
He anticipated that move perfectly. And he rolls out, buying himself some breathing room. You know, Cole, I don't think Rob Van Dam has ever forgotten the role Triple H played in RVD losing the Intercontinental Championship to Chris Jericho just a few short months ago.
You might be right, King. It was Triple H's interference that ultimately distracted Van Dam long enough for him to fall victim to Y2J and lose the title.
He was one step ahead on that one. You hear how his leg connected? What a vicious shot with the knee. Still not through. And now it's Triple H with momentum. The knee. And this rivalry between Triple H and Shawn Michaels goes well beyond wins and losses. The game is hell-bent on making HBK's life a living hell.
And ironically, before this match started, Michaels told Triple H that as long as he has the World Heavyweight Championship, it's the game's life that will be a living hell.
Well, it's hard to argue that. Triple H lives for the World Heavyweight Championship. With every fiber of his being, he wants nothing more than to recapture the gold.
This past Thursday in New York City, WWE...
What a move! What a smart move! Oh, man!
Rolling out of harm's way. Smart strategy there.
Back into the ring now.
And he's heading back in.
Ooh, that did it. The quick kick. He's got him up. What a shot.
And Triple H is feeding off the energy in this arena.
Boy, there's no way he's going to be able to stand after that.
Triple H looking to finish.
And the game hits the spine buster.
He's Triple H with the cover on Rob Van Dam. There's Shawn Michaels. Oh, man. Triple H is not going to like that, King.
You think that was a little slow?
You think?
The game is living.
And now Rob Van Dam is rolling up Triple H.
Whoa! A really fast count from Shawn Michaels now on the game.
And there are those educated feet. Hits the moonsault. What athleticism.
Oh, Triple H cannot be ignored. Agility was on display with that head scissors.
And he gets back in. And he gets dumped back in the ring.
Oh, look at RVD. Here's a reversal. He whips Triple H into the corner. What's RVD going to do here? Oh, big shoulder blow. Right to the gut. And another. Look at this. Oh, Triple H with the close up. Oh, they both ducked. And now RVD off the ropes onto HBK. Woo-hoo, a jumping corner splash. Now what? Turning it around, it's Rob Van Dam with a reverse out.
In recent weeks, King, we've seen some type of relationship forming between Ric Flair and Batista. What do you make of it?
Well, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Flair essentially told Batista earlier tonight that he hadn't seen anybody with as much potential as he has in a long, long time.
And moments later, Batista went on to make quick work of the Hurricane.
Well, you gotta wonder what Batista could become under the tutelage of Ric Flair and potentially even the Nature Boy's best friend, Triple H. That's it. He's done. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Eric Bischoff came out here and stripped Shawn Michaels of the World Heavyweight Championship.
This could do it.
He's got him out. Triple H knows how to polish off an opponent.
Again, this isn't a no disqualification match. Anything that comes out from under that ring could cost him the match.
A moonsault!
And Rob Van Dam makes the cover.
God, is he pressing a secret button to move that fast? I mean, those kicks won't give you a good feeling. I can promise you that.
Rob some altitude here.
Oh, no! What? Does he have his eyes open? Uh-oh. He's in position, ready to strike.
Triple H setting it up. Oh, what a pedigree. And this has got to be it. 2.
Oh, no, look at this.
Yeah, Shawn.
The King of Kings, the Heartbreak Kid, 2 forces set to meet in a 3 stages of hell match at Armageddon. The first fall, a knockdown drag-out street fight. The second fall, a more menacing arena as a hellacious steel cage surrounds the 2 combatants. And if necessary, the final stage, where victory is won from the top of the ladder. Our story begins at Survivor Series.
I did something wrong. We gotta go back and play that. We gotta go back and play that. We gotta go back and play that, y'all. Sorry, we gotta go back and play that. You know, skip through all of this.
Thinking back, I didn't think Shawn Michaels would ever return to WWE. But he came back at SummerSlam and beat Triple H in a street fight. Yeah. I never thought Shawn... Triple H with a cover on Rob Van Dam, and there's Shawn.
Well, you gotta hand it to Shawn Michaels. He's not exactly an impartial referee in this one, is he?
Got him.
Triple H knows how to polish off an opponent. Triple H is taking complete and total control of this match.
And here's Rob Van Dam.
And the knuckles connect.
With a 180, Rob Van Dam, the reversal.
And he goes for the neck breaker. Rob Van Dam, of course, trained by one of the originators of hardcore wrestling, The Sheik.
No doubt the Sheik is a future Hall of Famer. And you would have to think the Sheik's influence helped Van Dam greatly in the hardcore environment of ECW.
Now back to the ring. He saw that one coming. Watch it. Ooh. Ow. And down he goes. Rob Van Dam with the offense. And he gets tossed back in the ring. Triple H with a beautiful reversal.
Triple H trying to make it to Armageddon and hoping to add to his already impressive resume that includes 1 World Heavyweight Championship reign and 5 WWE title reigns.
Well, let's not forget the Intercontinental, European, and Tag Team Championships, as well as the King of the Ring and Royal Rumble wins. And this rivalry between Triple H and Shawn Michaels goes well beyond wins and losses. The game is hell-bent on making HBK's life a living hell.
And ironically, before this match started, Michaels told Triple H that as long as he has the World Heavyweight...
That's it. He's done. Well, he was able to reverse and get out of that. What happened there? Don't look at me. I'm just as surprised as you are.
He had it and lost it. Rob Van Dam misses his chance.
You know, Cole, I don't think Rob Van Dam has ever forgotten the role Triple H played in RVD losing losing the Intercontinental Championship to Chris Jericho just a few short months ago.
You might be right, King. It was Triple H's interference that ultimately distracted Van Dam long enough for him to...
Great counter. You know, it seems as though both Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels have had Triple H's number of late.
I think it's eating Triple H up with jealousy as it relates to Shawn Michaels. Triple H lost to Michaels at SummerSlam in a street fight. Then he lost to Michaels at Survivor Series in the Elimination Chamber, the same night that HBK became World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I don't know if it's jealousy or anger or what it is, but I do know that Triple H will stop at nothing to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's bad news for Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels.
And he dodges that one.
Oh, tomorrow marks the 11th anniversary of Hulk Hogan defeating Undertaker for the WWE Championship at the Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view.
Now that's relevant here, folks, because the controversy surrounding that win led to then WWE President Jack Tunney vacating the title, which was then won by none other than Ric Flair.
Oh, man, 11 years later, and the Nature Boy is still a major force in the championship picture. This lights out.
I don't know how Shawn Michaels is going to be impartial here tonight after what Triple H did to him.
Look at RVD. There's a reversal. He whips Triple H into the corner. What's RVD going to do here? Oh, big shoulder. One to the gut. And another. Look at this. Now Triple H with the clothesline. Whoa, they both ducked. And now RVD off the rope onto HBK. Woo, a jumping corner splash. Now what? He's going for it all.
Under the ring, but this isn't a no disqualification match.
He might be trying to get disqualified. Oh!
King, did you see that?
Oh, man, it doesn't get much closer than that. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Eric Bischoff came out here and stripped Shawn Michaels of the World Heavyweight Championship right now.
Oh, come on, King. Why in the world would you say that?
What?
Michaels hasn't done anything to warrant that happening.
Bad officiating, Cole. This is as one-sided as it gets. Michaels is obviously for Rob Van Dam.
The animosity between Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
This could do it. Oh, no, look at this. Yeah, Shawn Michaels reluctantly counting the 1, 2, 3. I know Shawn Michaels hates that. But the game shoving it right in Michaels' face. 1, 2, 3, and now what? Oh, look at this. Triple H demanding that Shawn Michaels raise the game hand in victory. Here, I guess you're going to have to eat crow and do it. Oh! No, he isn't! Michaels unloaded on Triple H, and Triple H turned to the table. And another brawl is broken out between these two. Oh, my gosh, the fists are flying. The game, and Shawn Michaels going at it. Emotions running so high between these two men. They can't stand each other. This has become so personal each and every week. Well, look at him. No! Big elbow off the rope, and a showstopper. Back to his feet. And finally some help out here. And they're going to hit him. Oh! Sweet chin music! Well, Triple H may have won this match, but he sure didn't win the fight.
Get ready for Armageddon. 3 stages of hell. HBK. Triple H.
The King of Kings, the Heartbreak Kid, 2 forces set to meet in a 3 stages of hell match at Armageddon. The first fall, a knockdown drag-out street fight. The second fall, a more menacing arena as a hellacious steel cage surrounds the 2 combatants. And if necessary, the final stage, where victory is won from the top of a ladder. Our story begins at Survivor Series. Legendary World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair surprisingly showed a sign of support for the new champion.
There was a time I didn't get a shout out that I was the man. Get up and rap and said, hey, Nate Floyd, you ain't the man anymore. It's Shawn Michaels.
Until Flair made clear what his message was really about.
There's a new man in town. Armageddon, the man, the bigger, better version, the best wrestler alive. Today, Triple H, you're not ready to pass the torch. He'll kill you.
The night was far from over for Triple H and Shawn Michaels, as Raw culminated in a brawl that would set the stage for Armageddon. A clash of colossal proportions as Triple H takes on Shawn Michaels in 3
stages of hell. That smile still gets me every time, bro. That shit. And Sony Rise, boy. It's actually gonna be my last game. I'll be back on later with some more WK15. Best friends, better enemies.
The following contest is for the World Heavyweight Championship and is scheduled for the best
match,
2
but I
out
will
of 3
bet.
falls. The first fall will be a street fight. The second fall will be held.
I love the Legend Hurt people.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing 225 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn
Michaels. And look at what he's doing, Jay. That's right. Not many people can mock Nate and get away with it. Oh, and Flair's living. And Triple H trying to call Flair down. Oh, the master of the mind. Oh, what about this? This match is underway. Minus the Ninja Boy Ric Flair.
This is the first fall in this match, and it is a street fight. No disqualifications, no countouts. The match will continue until one man either loses by pinfall or submission. Anything goes in a street fight.
Yeah, and with the abuse that both these men are likely to go through under these street fight rules, you got to believe that whoever wins this first fall is going to have a huge advantage.
Good point, King, because no matter how resilient both Triple H and Shawn Michaels are, whichever one loses this first fall may not be able to recuperate from the punishment he suffers in this street fight environment.
If there's anybody in the game who knows the strengths and weaknesses of Shawn Michaels, it is the game. And Triple H won't hesitate to target those weak spots.
Well, we ought to remember his vicious sledgehammer attack after Shawn Michaels beat Triple H at SummerSlam just a few months ago.
Well, nobody knows better than Triple H the damage that HBK's back has suffered throughout the years. Much of it at the hands of Triple H himself.
You got to wonder, King, how vulnerable is Shawn Michaels' lower back, and how crucial a factor will his back be in this match.
Well, it's got a big bullseye on it, that's for sure. And the cerebral assassin will take dead aim at it. Nice reversal there. Oh, out of nowhere! He does it again. Hey, think about what you're doing. Oh, sledgehammer to the ribs. He may have broken his ribs. Sledgehammer to the spine. Oh, King, did you see that? Oh, man, it doesn't get much closer than that. Uh-oh, look at this. And the game hits the spine buster.
It's hard to put into words what this comeback for Shawn Michaels has meant for so many in the WWE Universe. Away from the ring for over 4 years, King, after severely injuring his back all the way back in 1998.
Well, I realize all that, but was it a smart decision for him to make this comeback? I mean, could it pop?
Starting to capitalize here is Shawn Michaels.
And Shawn Michaels comes up a little short. And that's why it's called high risk, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, say what you will about his size and strength, but is there anyone smarter than Triple H? Nobody uses all that tip.
That's got to be it. Triple H, now that's a finishing move, people.
Oh, that was close, so close.
Uh-oh, he's got it again. Watch out here. And he wants to get out of there in the worst way.
And he gets back in the ring. Oh, forced back inside.
I don't like the looks of this.
I don't think there's any lengths that these superstars won't go to achieve victory here tonight.
Man, I used to never see this happen to HBK. I'd never see the showstopper get beat up like this.
Is that proof that Shawn Michaels is a half step slower than he used to be?
And there's no getting up from that.
Oh, trying to put him away.
That's it. He's done. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
Oh, and Triple H wins the first fall in 3 stages of hell.
Triple H!
Oh, man. That is huge.
And now, the second fall will be contested inside the steel cage.
Oh, no.
To win the fall.
We know Shawn Michaels, player one.
This match is underway, but before that cage came down, the game was smart enough to load the ring up with weapons he can use. Well, the referee might have made the biggest call of the match before the bell had even sounded when he ejected Triple H's mentor and advisor, Ric Flair, from the contest. Unfairly, I might add.
I don't know if it was or wasn't fair, King, but it's the referee's call, and the referee's call is final.
Yeah, but Flair didn't do anything to deserve that.
Everything about this 3 stages of hell match is so unforgiving, and everything comes into play. The cage, the ladder, the steps, the post, the steel.
Unforgiving is the word for it, Cole. The steel doesn't give a damn about an individual's anatomy. And believe me, Shawn Michaels doesn't give a damn about Triple H's anatomy, and vice versa.
Hello, driver.
This won't make any friends.
Oh, and did you hear the impact?
Just look at this. You can see the results from that move. Oh! Uh-oh. Reversal. About Shawn Michaels' resiliency, his will to win, still so strong after everything he's been through. And the supreme test of that will is right here in front of him.
HBK coming back and becoming the world champion was one of the great stories of all time in the WWE. And him retaining it here perhaps would even top that. Triple H for so long lived in the shadow of Shawn Michaels in the late 90s. I find it interesting that before Shawn Michaels was injured, Triple H had 2 title reigns. When Shawn Michaels got hurt and had to sit down for 4 years, Triple H had 10 title reigns.
Well, I think that what you just said proves Triple H's point. When Shawn Michaels went away, Triple H became the man.
Triple H didn't care how he becomes champion, as long as he is the champion.
Oh, good point, King, but he's got some serious work to do if he's going to become a champion tonight.
What an elbow drop by HBK! I don't know how much more damage he can take.
This has been a punishing match.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
What is Flair doing?
Flair just opened the cage inside the cage.
Flair has no business being in that cage. That dirty SOB.
Well, he may regret getting in the cage if he has to. Look at it.
Oh!
Now Ric Flair says face first into the steel cage. Look at this. His face being grinded like a cheese grinder.
Shawn Michaels taking it today. Meanwhile, Triple H taking advantage of the distraction. Royal pedigree, back body drop from Michaels. Chin music.
Shawn Michaels with the sweet chin music on the Nature Boy, and now the game and Nate are down.
This is such a personal matchup. Yes, it's for what many consider the richest prize in our business, the World Heavyweight title. But
there's more than that.
Well, you better believe it. Shawn Michaels and Trick, we got to cover.
Oh, back to the head, back to the temple.
Triple H, one step ahead.
Great reversal.
There's a cover.
And will this be it? He may get the 3 count right here. What a reversal.
What do we got here? Oh, Shawn Michaels wants to inflict some punishment. He wants to humiliate Triple H. The showstopper has shown up.
Well, just as Triple H wanted to cripple Shawn Michaels to put HBK back in a wheelchair, Shawn Michaels would love to do the same thing to the game.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see Shawn Michaels drive that semi in here and try to jump off of it again, just like he did last week. Oh, whoa! Triple H looks hurt.
And again, the showstopper heading to the top.
Oh, no! Good grief. Now that's what I call a move.
He's heading back up. Watch it. Oh, geez, what a gamble. Sometimes when you go high risk, you crash and burn. And sometimes you knock it out of the park. And that was a perfect example of hitting it big. Nice move off the top rope. Oh, his body has to be broken right now.
HBK hoping to play his favorite song.
That's it. He's out.
Will it be? 2.
Oh, it's Shawn Michaels. He's even things up.
The winner of this fall, evening this bout at 1 fall apiece, Shawn Michaels.
Both these superstars are spent, but Shawn Michaels has got it back to even. Wait a minute.
And now, the third and deciding fall will be contested as a ladder match.
Oh, my God. Once again, it goes from bad to worse. You know, oh, my God. I don't think either one of these superstars have the strength or power left to even climb a ladder. Man, that one rocked him. get out of the way right about now. Let me remind everybody. Good grief, tremendous impact for that ladder.
Another shot with the ladder, and you can see welts forming from the impact.
Timber, and he falls hard.
And there he goes, under the bottom rope. And maybe some order will be restored here.
He's got him out.
He saw that one coming.
And he's not done with that ladder yet.
And he's heading back in.
Not much the official can do right now. This is a no disqualification match.
And he gets back in.
There he is. He's going up. Look at this. Triple H is going to do it.
Triple H is going to win the championship. Shawn Michaels playing defense and saving the title.
Oh, man, so close for the game, but HBK able to pull.
Oh, sweet chin music. Knock Triple H to the floor.
And you know what this means? If Shawn Michaels can get to his feet, all he's got to do is climb that ladder.
What is Flair doing? Flair is very active at ringside, but that's what it's all
Flipping
about.
tables.
Shawn Michaels could be just moments away. Michaels checks the scenery. Now he's
Flipping
looking for the
tables.
He's Top King. He's looking for the championship.
Well, Shawn Michaels has had the heck beat out of him, but somehow he's reaching down deep here. Make that last run. Oh, look at this. Triple H.
Woo!
Sent to a table. What a spill.
Oh, my God.
Down he goes.
Shawn Michaels' body lying helpless on the floor after going through those tables, and now it looks like it's clear sailing to the titles for the game.
Going up the ladder again. I can't.
On the hands of the game, we have the biggest problem in the game. And I'll tell you what, Cole, both these men may never be the same.
That man ended Shawn Michaels' career, and it came at the hands of Triple H. But the game may have taken months of his own career, too. What an amazing performance by both men.
After months of bitter, intense battles, Armageddon seemed to put a bookmark in the chapter of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. But there was certainly no rest for the weary. Just as the Game and HBK were at their most vulnerable, other superstars were making their play to capitalize.
HBK really does stand for Has Been Kid.
Chris Jericho set his sights on ending the career of his childhood hero, Shawn Michaels. Meanwhile, Booker T challenged Triple H for the coveted World Heavyweight Championship.
Triple H may be looking at the next heavyweight champion of the world.
So we're gonna end it right here, man. Next time we play this, we're going to be in the 6-man tag team phase at Backlash. As you guys know, you see right here, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Mr. Kevin Nash returns back to in-ring competition, but he didn't come for in-ring competition. He came to settle the score and try to call the troops between his best friends, the Clique, Shawn Michaels and Triple H. But it seems, as you guys see right here, it didn't turn out to become a troops and end up becoming an end-up-bout battle because Triple H ended up doing something crazy. I'm not going to tell you what until we come back later on tonight with some more WWE 2K15 Best Friends, Bitter Enemies. You guys already know the slogan. You guys already know. As always, gonna always be forever Cast Affection for life, Cast Affection forever. It's your boy J Cash signing out, and I'll see you guys later on tonight with some more WWE 2K15. Best friend, bitter enemies. Peace.